What is going on, everyone? Welcome to yet another video on the YouTube channel. And thanks for all of you amazing, wonderful people tuning in today. I do appreciate that. In today's episode, we are going to be cutting out and welding in new brackets for that bumper piece that I mentioned to you guys in the episode 1 of this series. And what we're going to be doing is we are installing the light bar. Now it is a chrome like face to it, and I don't really like that. So I think in this episode we are going to disassemble it and paint that chrome piece black. I don't know, we'll see. It's either I end up returning that kit to Amazon, which I'll have linked in the description if you guys want to pick that up. So far it's been pretty nice. Or I will go to Harbor Freight. They have one with it's not chrome, it's got the black on it, and we'll see what happens. So welcome. I don't know much of what else to say except for the fact that I'm super excited to get this thing going. Now, I did end up test driving the lawnmower after the fact that I had, tuned up the governor a little bit, and I'll put the video right here. Now, just for a brief second, it got up to 6 miles an hour. I don't know what it was before. I should have tested it. I didn't, and I apologize. But, things happen, whatever. So I guess with that said, I should probably stop talking, and I guess let's start making the bracket for the light bar. So I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, for this, I'm going to have to cut out this chrome piece right here, and I'll have to build some brackets on the other side of it, so it'll hold the light bar. But I don't think it should be too difficult, in all honesty. Some brackets and a little bit of painting, and that should be it. I'm gonna end up cleaning the lens on this and kind of sanding it down so I can polish it and stuff. And then at some point I'm going to go and try and buy something to smoke out, like tint it, so it looks a little cooler. Also, in here, I don't really like the whole chrome face of it, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this apart. I'm going to paint the chrome, not the cones or the reflectors. I'll mask those off, but I want it to kind of be as dark as I possibly can get it, so you don't really notice it behind the lens here. And then eventually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint this area right here black, so it's also gonna look a little bit more invisible. So I guess without further ado, let's get into it. Safety first. Now, what you're gonna have to do for these, at least for painting them or whatnot, before you go ahead and tape them, at least, I wouldn't tape it just yet, because what you have to do is you have to scuff up the surface so that paint can stick to it. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna scuff it up. Hopefully I don't scuff up the inside the cone of it. If I do, it's whatever. It's a budget build, so we'll see what happens. And then we'll get some paint on this. Now, as you can see, there's like that weird molding dimple right there that I want to get rid of, and there's also a lot of scratching to this thing that I want to get kind of taken off and dealt with, because then I'll put a tint on it or whatnot. Okay, I got that pretty well sanded down a little bit. I got it probably nice and flat, especially right there. That's pretty flat too. It's a little bit popping out right there, but that'll be fine. I think the only thing that I'm gonna have to do now is just bring it home, clean it up, because this side is really dirty and full of grum from probably 20 years of just being outside. And then polish it up with the polisher I got at home, and then probably putting a tint on it, which should be nice and cool. Well, shoot, that turned out so much better than I thought it was going to be. Now all I have to do is I just have to assemble this thing back together, and that's all I needed to do with the light bar. I didn't like the chrome, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it back together, and then I can mock everything up so I can weld these brackets onto the face, and hopefully I get everything lined up to where it's supposed to be. And just like that, I got those places right there ready for some welding. And these are the new pieces. Those are the brackets that are going to get slipped in between there. So all you gotta do, it might be a little tight for this one. That's how they're gonna sit. And yeah, this one's got to go down more, but yeah. So I'm gonna weld here, and then along here, and that should hold it, you know. I just need something that's a little bit stronger than just literally these welds right here, because this will flex 100%. Good soup.
Good soup.
Alrighty, look at that. So I am gonna wait a little bit for this thing to dry, but it's all painted up. It's looking nice. And then we just got to install the light bar. I did get these two ones that I'm probably not going to do anything with, but we'll see. Oh, and we're going to have to paint this, clean it up, paint it, because I already sanded it down pretty good, nice and smooth. So all we got to do is clean it up, maybe like wet sand it and polish it, and then we'll put some of that tint on there, that spray on tint. So heck yeah. Well, I'll see you guys at home. Now that we're back home, time to get this thing all cleaned up and looking nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some sandpaper that I have, I'm going to wet sand this, I'm going to get it down to, I think I have like 2000 grit sandpaper. And then after that, I'm going to polish it a little bit just to make it look nice. And then after that, we're going to tint it so it looks nice. Or at least I think it looks nice. And then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to hook up the light bar to the lawnmower. I got a wiring harness for it, so we just have to install that into this bad boy right here. Now, I'm not going to bore you guys with the wet sanding because you guys already watched me do that once before, so I'll skip to it being done. Heck yeah. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. I gotta turn off the lights for this. As you can see, it's very dark. So you flip the switch. That's not bad. That is not weak. That is not bad. I actually quite like it. Try not to go too far because I want it to fit, but I don't want it to be sloppy, you know? Oh, never mind. I know what it is. There's a tab right there. That tab is preventing me from getting it in there. Shave it down. So, unfortunately, I actually had to cut off a couple of the tabs that I had welded up there because when I popped the lens in, it didn't seat properly. So, because the light bar was pushed too much forward for it to click in, because if you can see here, right there, and then 3 on the bottom along with that one as well, those all have to clip in. They're just plastic tabs, as you saw in the last video. And so I just had to cut them off because I needed to move the light bar back into the lawnmower face, but the curve of it wouldn't let me push them any more backwards, so I ended up having to cut them off. So that's just an unfortunate thing that I had to modify, so whatever. That is sick. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think it was gonna turn out like that, but that is pretty sick. That's actually pretty good. I like that. Oh yeah. Nice and bright. Go ahead and turn it off. And it's like I don't even have a light bar back there. You can still see it, but at least it's a little bit more hidden, you know? It is dark out. Let's see if I can, you can barely see. But maybe I get some lights on over there, because that's gonna do it for this video. What I really wanted to do was, I got here pretty early after work today, and it was like really nice and bright out, and there was snow on the driveway. So I was like, you know what, maybe I'll actually have enough time to, you know, do some donuts or whatever. But then I put the panels back on, and yeah, that was a nope. So I'll still do it, but it probably just won't look as appealing. But yeah. Well, I'm gonna leave the donuts for the end of the video. So, but I want to know if you guys ended up liking the video. Please comment down below and hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe as well, because that shows you that you guys actually enjoy my videos. I am up to, I believe, 62, which is pretty crazy. Earlier this year I started at 52, so we got 10 subscribers in, I think, in like half a year, which to me that's pretty insane. To most people, that's chump change, but but if you guys do end up liking these videos, I do appreciate it so very much. I do this for fun, for you guys and for myself, because I personally need to be more outgoing. So this is going to help me. Obviously, moving around, just talking to a phone like I'm doing right now, or a camera, is very weird. So it's just something that I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone and, you know, be more comfortable. So if you guys would do me a huge favor and just hit that like button and subscribe. And you know what, better yet, share this with a friend that you think they might like. Get my name out there so I can start producing way better content, and maybe it'll give me more of a boost, you know. So appreciate you guys so very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.